everyone, I'm Sanjana and I have Dhruv Patel with me today to talk about the marketing journey of Saleshandy from 0 to 1 million. Hi Dhruv, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, hi Sanna. Thanks for having me here.
My pleasure to host you, Dhruv. Dhruv is currently the co-founder of Saleshandy, and Saleshandy helps you automate your email outreach and provides actionable data to increase your work productivity. So, we're going to talk more about Saleshandy today. Dhruv, shall we get into the discussion?
Yeah, sure.
Great. Before we start, can you tell us a little bit about your background? Like, where did you start and where are you now?
Yeah, sure, surely. So if I start with my personal background, I mean how I started my journey and how I landed
Yeah,
into this domain of SaaS. So
yeah,
back in 2013, when I was pursuing my bachelor's, I was in second year and I joined my cousin brother Piyush very early. I mean, he used to be then uh, he used to be then working on Android applications on himself. He used to float Android applications on Play Store, and I joined Piyush. I used to help him with my design things, design gigs, all of those things. And slowly and gradually, I used to I enjoyed that role very much with Piyush. So we floated around 20 plus Android applications in 2013 itself. It
nice.
was just small use case based applications finding pin code easily and all those kind of applications, which at that point in time was not so much popular. So
Yeah,
we knew from the beginning that we are product guys and we enjoy catering to the users more, and we loved getting more of the users on our platform. So yeah, we did that for 2013, and in 2014 we landed to an idea uh, which is now very much popular. Like we built software suggest in 20. We started building software suggest in 2014 together with one more co-founder and my cousin Piyush and I. So we three started building software suggest, and it was an amazing journey. We learned a lot building software discovery platform, and we made it a good healthy business in 3 years. We were a healthy team of 50 people. We were doing profitable things. So that's how we uh, turned out from a small Android application building small company to the a proper setup with a proper team and all. And later
very nice.
we discovered that while doing software sales, we were more like we are having business limited to Indian market. We are having more of an Indian audience visiting our website. We were selling leads to Indian folks, and we were selling mostly our website positions to Indian software companies. And we saw that it's not a recurring business. We have to work very hard to get our growth, our business growing. So later we'll discuss, like in 2014, 15, we decided to start something new towards SaaS. And we saw that at that point in time, SaaS was something which is coming up at a great pace. And then we decided that, okay, let's build something which can be sold globally, and we can charge on a recurring basis. And that's how we got introduced into the SaaS space. If I speak about Sales Andy's journey, Sales Andy early days, like we started Sales Andy as a live presentation kind of software, wherein one can change the slides here, and other at the other end, slides can be changed automatically. So kind of a
Mm,
document tracking and live presentation tool. That's what Sales Andy was in the beginning. And later, as we kept listening from the customers, as we kept learning from the market, we realized that it's very niche and we cannot grow very fast in that particular space. So we decided to, with the customers insights from customers, we found out a space called email tracking also. So we built an email tracking extension for Gmail, and that was like something very geeky thing that we did, and it shows a good results in terms of outcome. So we transitioned slowly from document tracking to email tracking software, and like we had both at that point in time. And we introduced email tracking extension for Gmail, and later on we introduced it for Outlook. And our tool used to, like, because we used to be very much closely associated with our customers, we used to make sure that we provide utmost support to our customers, and we build a product that is like stable enough and use, like, people do enjoy using it. So yeah, email tracking and productivity was something that Saleshandy started with, and later, um, as we learned from the market, like, if we are building productivity suite, then let's have something for mail merging also. So from the customer's request, we got to learn that mail merge is something which is being used by a lot of people, and requirement for sending emails from their own inbox, own mailbox, is something that is being raising. And that's how
Yeah.
we get to know that mail merge, or you can say now cold emailing, is something which is very much popular. So we built mail merge, and then later on we added automated follow-ups, and that's how we got a product from email productivity suite to cold email outreach software for sales teams now.
Oh, it means that you have pivoted twice, once from the live documentation to email,
Correct.
and from email to cold outreach, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Great.
this
Awesome.
is the third version. The version which we have
Yeah.
right now is the third version of our product. So we have written our entire program thrice. So it's been an
Yeah.
interesting journey. All, I mean, we've been hustling a lot these days, but yeah, we've been enjoying the journey.
Great, great. It's really great to know, and it's really motivating to hear, such an amazing story. Thank you for sharing that with us. And I'm sure that you should have faced a lot of challenges, during your journey from 0 to 1 million, right? Let's talk about
Yeah,
that for a minute. And before that, I thought of asking this. So I read in your profile that you handle most of the marketing stuff at Sales Handy, right? Like,
yeah, yeah.
how did you get that experience? Because you're also the co-founder and you're handling all the marketing. Where do you get that, you know, the inspiration to do marketing?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, like, software sales was was the venture where I learned marketing a lot. I mean, uh, in software sales, being a software discovery platform, the marketing was something that we had to do a lot. We had to generate leads for other software companies. So the SEO was a very strong, a strong hand of mine since the beginning.
Yeah,
So I was very much into SEO, and later on I learned a lot of other digital marketing stuff. So uh, from the software time itself, I had that knack in marketing, and that's what I utilized while I started sales. And so yes, I mean,
awesome,
I always enjoyed marketing, and especially growth hacking stuffs in marketing.
awesome.
Yeah.
Great, great to know. And yeah, I think, can you share the number of challenges that you faced while, bringing sales handle from 0 to 1 million?
Yeah. So there are many. I mean, there are many challenges that we faced in the path. So if I start with the some of the things that work well with us, as well as those were the only things that become challenges for us later on. So we, from the beginning, we had a good hold on getting individual users on our platform, and because we used to be in a freemium model. Our product used to be in a freemium model. There used to be a lot of users using our
Yeah,
product for free. So
yeah,
uh, like, if I can share some of the numbers, like, if like, there are tons of users who are using just for the product for free, and they are getting their
yeah,
work done. And
yeah,
finding the value out of those free users is the most difficult thing, right? So
yeah,
out of this individual users and free users, making sure that you are getting enough business is something that was very much challenging. I mean, if you have a target persona which is businesses which are having a big teams, and if you're selling a business, selling a software to those businesses, it becomes the ticket size is higher in that case, right? And it becomes
Yeah.
easy to grow your revenues, grow your
Yeah.
business faster if we are targeting the businesses. In our case, in the
Mm.
beginning, we used to be in freemium model, and hence the individual users, free users were using our software at very scale, and um, we got traction due to that stuff, premium stuff. But later on, it became a challenge for us. I mean, we were not able to find right match users from the pool of thousands of users who were signing up on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis. So managing all those users was becoming chaotic, and it is currently becoming chaotic because of this entire mixture of tools that we have. So there are tons of users who are signing up on Saleshandy every day for using email tracking. And in between email tracking users, there are many many cold emailing users, many users who are really business users who may get missed out because of this huge pool of users
Yeah,
that we are getting.
exactly. Mm.
So obviously, yeah, it helps in getting traction in the early days. It helps in getting feedbacks to improve the product. But on the other end, it becomes very difficult to find the users who are ready to pay, users who are the right fit
Yeah.
users. So it takes a lot of efforts. I mean, whenever we open up our mix panel, there are tons of users who are using our product daily, but many of them are individual. Many of them are non-business driven users. So we have to make sure that we do keep catering them, as well as we do find out the right set of users. And
Mm.
this was kind of a challenge that we have been facing throughout the journey. And next big challenge that we saw after having an MRR of 50,000, $60,000 was that we were very much dependent on one marketing strategy. We were very much dependent on SEO and organic traffic.
Mm.
The traffic or the signups that we were getting mostly from organic and SEO. So
Mm.
again, it's not a challenge, but being dependent on just one marketing strategy is not advisable for any product,
Yeah.
any product or any SaaS product. We were not focused. We were Because we were getting so many leads from SEO and organic traffic. We never thought of scaling our business via paid marketing or outbounds, doing outbounds or webinars or any other digital marketing tools that SaaS can be benefited by. So this later became a challenge for us, that we were very much dependent on SEO. If Google rolls out some of the major changes in algorithm, then we were getting impacted badly. So yeah, we are still. I mean, we are changing. We are shifting our focus from just SEO to the other mediums also, and not lying 100%, not focusing on just one strategy. Instead, deviating in a couple of them, and then getting signups and customers from multiple strategies. So
Yeah.
yeah, these are some of the challenges. If I recall of any, then yeah, positioning has been always a challenge for us, because you see that we have
Pivots.
been pivoting. Yeah, we have been pivoting from document tracking to email tracking, and then later on cold email outreaches. So with every time we pivoted our product, the position has to be changed, and changing the position is it's too much of time taking thing. We have to change not just website, but we have to change mindset of our team members also. So, and
Yeah.
even the software itself has to be changed in a way wherein we make sure that onboarding of the user is flawless, right? So
Yeah.
uh, positioning issues, messaging issues are something that we have been like these are the challenges that we have faced a lot all the times. We see that we are having a leaky buckets due to this positioning issues, or
Yeah.
leaky buckets due to this pivots that we have made. uh, Users who sign up us like users who sign up our product sometimes perceive our product as maybe an email tracking tool, and later he discards that it's an outreach software. And so it's an otherwise also. Sometimes user sign us up with an outreach mindset and then he finds out something else. So yeah, it has helped. I mean, pivoting is not something which one should avoid, but yes, pivoting and together with pivoting, positioning it in a right way and changing the entire product in a way wherein your pivots are not giving the negative results is something which is very crucial,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's been a challenge. It's not that easy to change anything overnight, right?
I know I've gone through the same journey when I worked for Hippo Video. Hippo Video was my previous company. I worked there for 4 years. So Hippo Video was like they were a LMS company when they started, and then they created this video platform, and from there, they were first focusing on the customer support and success segment, and then we pivoted to marketing, and then we pivoted to sales. So I faced the same journey. I faced the same positioning issues, like everything that you said. Right now, I have experienced it in my previous company, so I can totally understand the challenges that you've gone through. But it's all for the good, right? Because you're trying to identify what works well for you. So I think this is the best learnings that you can get out of starting a company.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, and it's necessary. I mean, one cannot stick with just one particular part of the product. I mean, we have to keep exploring things which works.
Yeah.
So, on the other hand, when I say challenges, as in pivoting become a challenge. I must say that because we pivoted from document tracking to email tracking and later on email tracking to cold email outreaches, that's the reason we were able to uh, keep our business bootstrapped and successful all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
If we would have
right.
if we would not have done this pivots, then maybe we would not have been successfully run the business.
Exactly. And as an employee of Hippo Video, those 4 years were the best learnings for me in marketing, because like we had to start from scratch whenever we pivot, and that gave me a lot of learnings, and we were able to identify what channel works, what strategy works when we pivot from one industry to another. So like as an employee, like employees will really appreciate when this happens, because they get to learn a lot also.
Yeah, yeah,
Awesome. Okay. And like we spoke about the challenges now, and I'm sure you must have discovered a number of growth hacks along the way, like
yeah,
in terms of
yeah.
marketing. So can you talk to us about that? I'm sure it will be useful for my listeners.
Yeah, sure. Uh, Growth hacks, as I mentioned, it was something that I always get excited about. I mean, since the very beginning of our journey, I mean, growth hacks was something that helped us get initial traction very easily. So,
Yeah.
like when we started in the very first year, Quora was something that we exploited a lot. Quora was something that we used
Mm,
a lot.
mm.
Even the strategy and the way we used to get signups from Quora was mentioned in one of the books named Scale Smart. So we used to
Oh,
get tons of signups from Quora. We used to do a lot of hacky things in Quora, and we used to get a lot of signups from Quora. So the growth hacks around Quora was something that helped. That was the backbone in the initial days, of Salesforce. We used to get a lot of quality users, quality signups from Quora, who used to try our product and who used to give us the right feedback. So if I speak a little bit about the Quora journey that we had, uh, we were like considering Quora as I mean we were considering Quora as one of the main platform wherein we used to write a lot of content on Quora. Like we were having 100% focus on getting signups out of Quora. So because we were just focusing on one strategy, it worked well for us. I mean, we were able to crack the code, how to get most views from Quora, how to get most clicks from Quora. Later on, as and when the Google's algorithm kept changing, later on Quora was not then now part of the
Yeah.
search engine result page, and later on then Quora's itself traffic got down. So
Yeah. Yeah.
we found out that in the beginning, in the early stage of sales, and Quora helped us a lot. I mean, we got a
Exactly.
good number of users to try our product. And
Yeah.
something I must just say is a growth hack. Like piggybacking on platforms is something that helps a lot. That helps you get a lot of traction. In our
Yeah.
case, having a presence on Google's Web Store, Chrome Web Store was something that helped us a lot. Uh, we used to get a lot of sign-ups from Google's Chrome Web Store. So Chrome Web Store
Yeah.
itself was a good source of traffic for Sales and his website. And
Yeah.
some of the growth hacks, apart from piggybacking and Quora, was uh, from the early days. We loved targeting low hanging fruits. Our entire team first works on low hanging fruits, and then we look for anything else. So
Yeah.
low hanging fruits were something that we chased a lot. And when I say low hanging fruits, we focused more on creating content which is targeting long tail, highly relevant keywords
Yeah.
around our space. Then creating alternative pages, competitors
Yeah.
comparison pages. All those low hanging fruits uh, were very much helpful in the very beginning of the sales and marketing journey. So these are some of the things that really helped us grow fast. And I can say that while we were building the product, marketing was not the not never never marketing was never deprioritized. Like we did marketing from the day one. I mean, though our product was not
Mm.
ready, marketing was almost
Yeah.
at his pace. So not a growth hack, but kind of a thing that worked well for us, because we kept marketing all time high, all time working. Though the product was not ready, marketing was uh, always doing their own work, right? So
Yeah.
before our product gets the real shape, there were many customers who were giving feedbacks to our product, and that's how it used to be a situation wherein we really built something which customers wanted. And when we have something which customer wanted, then obviously the magical things happen. So it's
Yeah.
not just the product, but marketing team helped build the product in a long run. So yeah,
Nice.
this is something that really helped us build a business strong.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think we had a similar journey with Hippo Video as well. We used Quora as a main uh, growth channel for Hippo Video, and it helped us get a lot of quality leads. But as you mentioned, like recently, because of these algorithm changes and everything, it's not working now. But when we started using Quora as a growth channel, it really, really helped us a lot. So I can completely understand, and like we had the similar approach to marketing as you mentioned now. All right.
Yeah.
um okay, and like 0 to 1 million is the stage where we make a number of mistakes, and that's how we learn and adapt and build things, right? Like, do you like have any particular marketing mistake that you made that you want to share with us during this journey, like a caution, word of caution?
Yeah. 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 Uh, so at times it happened that we never created the persona, targeted persona, whom we want to sell, whom we want to
Yeah.
build. So during the journey, in the very beginning days, like personas and targeted audience was not clearly defined. It was just we wanted users who is ready to use such kind of features, and who are ready to pay. If we are getting individuals, then too we were happy. So we never focused on defining the target audience and target persona in the early days. And that resulted into the wrong positioning sometimes. So um, and this was the mistake. I mean that we did, and it resulted into a bit delay in the growth that we had. So instead of building the product for our targeted audience or targeted persona, we used to build a product for current users, the users, individuals who were already paying us. So we were focusing more on building something for our existing user base instead of the target persona for which we should really work towards.
Yeah,
So
makes sense.
this is like having the persona target audience in very much clear and clearly communicated within the entire team is very important. It's very important
Yeah,
not just for marketing team but for even for product teams and sales teams also. So this was the biggest mistake that we made in the journey, and hope we are solving it very soon.
great. And what's coming up with Sales Handy in 2022? Like, what's the future?
Yeah, in 2022 we are coming up with a lot of interesting stuff in terms of product as well as in marketing also. So as I mentioned, we are shifting our focus just from SEO techniques.
Yeah,
Uh, just,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, we are shifting our focus from uh, just an SEO or content driven strategies. We are
yeah,
looking forward to add more channels of marketing to contribute to our growth.
yeah,
And in terms of product, we have been building a lot of interesting stuff behind. We have already launched our new version of product, which is faster, smoother, and uh, much better in terms of delivering the emails to customers' inbox. So we have been doing innovative stuffs behind, which I'm sure our customers are going to love, which is going to come in
great.
2022. And yeah, we are a plain simple business. We are a bootstrapped SaaS product. We don't have any um, investor pressures on us. We do enjoy building
Yeah,
business slowly and gradually, but in a strong form wherein we do not go back. So yeah, we do enjoy our SaaS journey. Like
yeah,
now the goal is to hit 5 million ARR in coming years. So we have been learning a lot. We have been getting mentoring from a lot of coaches, and
yeah,
uh, we have been making sure that we are not doing the same mistakes which other companies already did in the journey of 1 million to 5
yeah.
million ARR.
I know. Yeah, great. And how big is your team?
Sorry,
How big is your team?
we are right now 48 people. Um,
Oh, okay, nice, nice.
yeah,
All the best, all the best for your journey. And one last question to you. Do you have any tips that you want to give it out to my listeners? Listeners are mostly in the marketing space, so do you have any tips for them?
yeah, sure. Especially if someone is in B2B marketing space, I would say that don't just don't just rely on one strategy. Try to break the Pareto principles, 80-20 rule, wherein you are not
Yeah,
just getting 80% of your chunk from one thing. Spread it out into the multiple strategies that is working for you.
mm,
And at the other end, if you are in a startup, if someone is in a B2B marketing and in a startup in a very first year of the journey, I would say that
mm,
as a B2B marketer, one should focus more on making sure that one strategy works very well, and then
mm,
only you should jump onto the other strategy, because executing the ideas takes enough time. So for us, if I mention Quora story, for us, we focused a lot on Quora, and that's why it worked. Otherwise, if we would have just done the half baked things, then it would not been the successful thing
yeah,
for us. So in the early days, focus on just one thing and just make sure that you are killing that entire strategy
Mhm.
and you are getting best out of it. But as you make sure that as you see that this is working for you, just do not sit and wait for uh, Google algorithms to hit you. Instead, make sure that you have multiple strategies working
Mhm.
parallelly.
Awesome, Dhruv. This was a great discussion. We've reached the end of the episode. So before I wrap it up, let's do a quick rapid fire.
Yeah, sure.
So I'll just ask you a series of questions, and you have to give me answers from the top of your mind. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So who do you follow the most on LinkedIn?
Mm, on LinkedIn, I follow. There's no specific person I follow on LinkedIn, but yes, we do follow Basecamp a lot. Basecamp and the story behind Basecamp a lot.
Oh, interesting. Great. And what's your favorite book or podcast?
Favorite book, I would say Getting Things Done. I really enjoyed the entire Getting Things Done methodology given by David Allen. So
Yeah.
it's been a favorite book still.
Yeah.
A podcast, I do listen. I listen. I don't listen enough podcasts, so I won't be able to mark favorite podcast. But I remember
Yeah.
the podcast that I loved a lot from the founder of Salesforce. And I don't
Yeah.
recall it now, but it was something that I used to listen very much back then.
Got it. Awesome. One last question. Let's say, hypothetically, you're getting your career started now. What would you tell to yourself?
Um, if I would have started my career now, I would make sure that uh, I don't just focus on marketing. I do focus more on product from the early days, and
Mm,
I do make sure that the building blocks are very much strong enough in terms of team and other things.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great, awesome. I think I got what I wanted from the session. Like, I've exhausted all the questions that I had for you today. This was absolute fun. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today, Dhruv. I'll give your LinkedIn profile and Sales Handy website link in the description so people can connect with you later and check out Sales Handy after they watch this video. So it was nice talking to you, Dhruv, and talk to you again. Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sanjana, for having me on this platform. I really enjoyed the questions that you asked.
Thank you. See you again.